from Kenmare Bowbells in the 7th seed, the Jaguars from Grant County Mont Region. These two teams have been on a tear this year. Kenmare Bowbells 24-3, returning from the state's tournament a year ago where they finished in 7th place. Grant County Mont Region, it's been a little while since they've been back here. As we take a look at the numbers, brought to you by Skydancer Casino and Resort. Lynette, when you look at these two teams and the seasons that they've had, what stands out to you on paper?
Well, two things. Number one, the Kenmare Honkers, the defense that they played. 36 points allowed. One game this year, they allowed Bowman County only 28 points. So very stingy on the defensive end. And don't let that 17-8 record fool you. This Grant County Mont Region team is tough. They've gone 9-2 down the stretch, beat 3 ranked teams in the region tournament to get to the state tournament, and they're a force to be reckoned with as well.
Absolutely. Grant County Mont Region wins against Washburn, Bowman County, Central McLean, and Region 4. 3 ranked opponents, as Lynette mentioned, to get to this state tournament. They are the 7th seed, and Kenmare Bowbells is not going to overlook them. Again, out of District 5, Region 3, a team that is 24-3, and that leads us into our Cass Clay players to watch in our opening game of the tournament for Grant County Mont Region. It's the lone senior on the roster, Sam Greff, who's having a phenomenal year. 15 points a game, 6 rebounds, 3 steals as well. Taya Opforth on the other side is 6-foot junior forward, and the numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, and Greff being that lone senior, the last 3 years they've been so close. 2 and 23, they were runners-up in the region, and 24, they were in the state qualifier game. They finally got over that hump, and then you go to Opforth, just a force we reckon with in the middle. She's going to be a key player for them if they want to get over that hump and get to those semifinals.
And it's not just these two players to keep an eye out on. It's up and down the board. There's a supporting cast that can really help these two teams make a deep run in the postseason.
And that's what you need at this time of year. You know, you can't just have 1 or 2 people that you can count on. You have to have everybody from the last person on the bench to the starters being in the game and being ready.
And this is a Grant County Mont Region team that is benefiting from the 3-division system. Also, state qualifier as well. They won the region, but this 3-division system, you're going to see teams that have not been here in quite a while, and I think that's great for the state of basketball here.
It really is. You know, every year there's 8 teams that are in the state tournament that wouldn't be in the state tournament if it hadn't been the 3-division system. So, again, a lot of fans here that are excited to be here for the first time in a long time, and you know, I'm excited to be here with you and calling the game.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun week here on WDAY. We got the girls B over here, the girls A quarterfinals over on WDAY Extra today as well, with semifinals tomorrow and the 3rd place in championship game coming your way on Saturday from both Jamestown and Minot. It's a
We hope you enjoy the game. Let your good sportsmanship show.
I got it.
Now it's time for today's lineups, and we're going to do non-starters first, presented by Applebee's. First of all, for Grant County, Mont Region, the Jaguars. Non-starters, the non-starters. Number 1, Bree Ravinas. Number 2, Ruby Nassett. Number 3, Jacia Thomas. Number 10, Natalie Weisinger. Number 11, Alexa Shively. Number 30, Mackenzie Winkler. Number 35, Kaya Prescott. And now the starting lineup for the Grant County Mont Region Jaguars. At a guard, she's a junior at 5'4", number 4, Emily Malalovitz. At a guard, a junior at 5'7", number 5, Jada Atmar. Starting in the middle, a junior at 5'8", number 21, Summer Meyer. At a forward, a senior at 5'9", number 32, Samantha Greff. And at a forward, a junior at 5'5", number 34, Allison Grist. Head coach for the Jaguars, Sarah Seidler. Assistant coach, Ashley Fisher. And now the non-starters for the Kenmare Bluebells Honkers. Number 1, Natasha Brekkus. Number 3, Charlotte Brekkus. Number 4, Ann Strickland. Number 5, Kylie Offerth. Number 12, Carson Lotzenschlager. Number 15, Makaya Jensen. Number 20, Riley Hedberg. Number 30, Anna Peterson. And number 31, Kenna Offerth. And now the starting lineup for the Honkers. Starting on a guard, she's a junior at 5'7", number 2, McKenna Mao. At a guard, a senior at 5'6", number 11, Mache Miller. At a guard, a senior at 5'6", number 14, Bria Crest. At a forward, a senior at 5'7", number 25, Lilibeth Santizo. Starting in the middle, a junior at 6 feet, number 32, Taya Offerth. Head coach for the Honkers, Michael Zimmer. Assistant coaches, Ryan Offerth and Amber Rodine. Officials for this
It's
game.
Grant County, Mont Region, and Kenmare Bluebells to kick off the Girls Division B State Tournament here on WDAY. Tip-off is next.
Parents can influence their child's behavioral health in a few simple ways. The first is really having ongoing conversation.
Role modeling positive behavior. Parenting starts at home, and those positive influences that a parent has rolls off on their children.
Sometimes just a simple question will get a child talking, and you might learn things about your child that you just didn't know about before. If you get to a difficult topic, that's where you can reach out to Parents Lead and look for some of that information that might help you navigate that difficult topic. And that's one of the benefits of Parents Lead.
You live life on the move. While you determine what direction that may be, we're here to help along the way. So go. Go with values. Go with friends. Go with support. Go with convenience.
County, Mont Region, and Kenmare Bluebells to kick off quarterfinal Thursday on WDAY. Sam Getzinger, Lynette Johnson here with you from the Jamestown Civic Center. Should be a fun one to open up the day between the Jaguars and the Honkers. I'm excited. It's a fun crowd here already.
It is. We got the Jaguar crowd right behind us, and they haven't been here for a while. They're fired up, and across the way we have the Kenmare Rebel Honker fans that have been here 5 years and ready to bring home a championship.
For Kenmare Bluebells, again returning last year, this is their 5th year in a row at the state tournament. I'd imagine there's nerves every time, but if there's a team that can handle the nerves, it's the team that's been here 5 times in a row.
Exactly. You know the routines. They played here last year, so they know everything about this, and they're ready to make some noise here in this tournament.
Here's the tip-off brought to you by Sky Dancer Casino and Resort. The Honkers in the home whites. The 2 seed in the tournament. Grant County, Mont Region in the road teals. They are the 7 seed. The Honkers control the opening tip-off, and we are underway as we kickstart a full month of basketball on the networks of WDAY. Good ball movement here early from Kenmare Bluebells to start. Now the feed down low for one of our cast play players to watch. It's Taya Offerth quickly up for 2.
If they can do that, they're just going to be tough to beat today. That Offerth just has that size advantage and just does a nice job down by the rim.
Good look for 3 on the way, and the Jaguars not able to respond on the first chance. Second effort gets the foul call down low.
Yeah, nice rebound there by Meyer. Get in position and then drawing a foul on Offerth. That's something that Coach Zimmer does not want. Offerth getting in foul trouble here early.
This is Summer Meyer at the free throw line, knocks down the first, shooting 51% from the strike throughout the year. 2 for 2. We are tied at 2 in the early goings. Grant County Mont Region in their third year as a co-op, first time at state as a member of the Jaguars. And on the other way, another basket, quick 4-2 lead.
That's a little old school basketball there, that screen and roll. And, I've watched some tape on these guys, and they just really do that to perfection. We saw that in the first possession, and right there, just Miller with the steal.
Michelle Miller racing down the floor, had some defenders in her back pocket, but she finishes with the left hand. Michelle Miller averaging 14.3 points per game. She's the team's leading scorer throughout the year.
And the Region 3 Senior Athlete of the Year. Has been here those 5 times, been on this team, and really working hard to get her team over that hump.
And another turnover down low, and we'll have our first jump ball of this opening quarter. 6-2 lead for Kenmare Bowbells. There's a look at head coach Mike Zimmer in his 7th season manning the bench over there for the Honkers. Was an assistant 3 years beforehand. Grant County Mont Region led by Sarah Seidler in her 9th season coaching basketball. This is her 6th season as a head coach. See if the Jaguars can set something up here. Another turnover coming. They had possession after the jump ball. Now here comes Kenmare the other way. Corner baseline jumper, no good. Rattles in and out. Rebound brought down by Emily Manilovitz.
And we talked about that defense of the Honkers in the intro, and they just have lived up to that.
This one misses everything, falls through the baseline, and you can tell in the first couple of minutes here, the nerves may be getting to Grant County Mont Region.
Yeah, a little bit. Again, you haven't been here. None of these girls were on the team in 2018 when they were here, probably in the crowd watching, but it does take a little bit to get used to, and again, Kenmare Bowbells really coming out strong.
Top offensive board by Taya Offworth. She's up to 4 points here in the first quarter. As Lynette mentioned, the last time a team from Grant County or Mont Region was in the state tournament, that was back in 2018 when Grant County, who was on their own, made it there. They also made it in 2013 and 2017. Mont made it here in 1979, and New England Region made it back in 94. So it has been a while. They have brought all their fans over from western North Dakota as we get a foul near the restricted arc.
And Kenmare Bowbells has not given them much to cheer about right now. They've just on both ends of the court they're really flexing their muscles early.
First personal on Summer Meyer from Grant County Mont Region. This is our opening game of the Girls Division B State Tournament as the first one rattles in and out. For the 57% free throw shooter on the year, we told you her numbers before the game. 14 points per game, about 10 rebounds a game, 2 blocks as well. She is a stat sheet stuffer.
Yeah, she and Michelle Miller just really play so well together. Kind of that 1-2 punch for them.
Another loose ball down. Kenmare Bowbells will get a whistle as this defense from the Honkers has been on a tear here in the first quarter. 5:03 left to go in the first. An early 9-2 lead for the Honkers over Grant County Mont Region on WTA Live.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
What does it mean to be a leader? At the University of North Dakota, we're here to find out.
It's taking my first solo flight.
Finding new ways to learn.
Rolling up your sleeves.
The world deserves leaders like you. Leaders ready to take the next step and make a difference. Because we lead our own way.
The North Dakota State B Girls Basketball Tournament on WDAY is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance. Sam Getzinger, Lynette Johnson here with you from the Jamestown Civic Center. It has all been Kenmare Bowbells in the opening quarter. They lead 9-2. The cousins, Michelle Miller and Taya Offorth, have gotten all the scoring as Offorth rolls it around the rim. Rebound battle for, and we'll get a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Honkers.
Yeah, the Jaguars just do not have an answer for that down low post. Offorth just having her way.
Miller to inbound, works its way over to Anna Peterson in the game for the first time after the timeout. Grant County Mont Region with their first forced turnover of the game.
And then Grant County Mont Region just needs to slow down. Or drive to the hoop.
Who needs to slow down when Allison Chris can get to the basket?
And that's a nice drive there by her to kind of take the lid off the basket, and they can maybe breathe a little bit.
As we mentioned, Kenmare Bowbells no stranger to the state tournament. No titles, so they're looking to get over the hump this season, and they have one fantastic team to do it, led by Taya Offorth, who has been on a tear here in the first.
Yeah, they're just clicking on all cylinders, and you can just see the confidence that they have. Again, being here for quite a few years in a row, this moment is not too big for them.
Foul on the floor as Samantha Greft drives in. Another one of our Cass Clay players to watch. A couple of substitutions will come back in as well. Summer Meyer back into the game for the Jaguars. And J.C. Thomas in for the first time as well. Kylie Offorth, the sister of Taya, will check in for Kenmare Bowbells. Lily Santizo back in as well. Lost her handle down low. This was Jada Otmar, another stud player here for Grant County Mont Region. And another turnover up on the board. It's a team that's averaging 18 a game.
Yeah, and again, credit the Honkers. Their defense is just stifling.
We'll get a travel call before the long three was drilled in by Michelle Miller. Take that one off the board. Some new life here for the Jaguars, trailing by 7.
And not a mistake you usually see by their senior leader. And she'd like to have that three-pointer for sure.
Michelle Miller with 4 points already. Another near turnover at the timeline. We'll get our third jump ball of this first quarter. Possession arrow in favor of Grant County Mont Region. Jaguars averaging 53 points per game. They're allowing just 46. Nice cross-court pass, and the 5-foot jumper falls in. Allison Grist with 4 points.
Yeah, nice job by Grist there. Nice job on that press break, looking on the weak side. Found Grist, nice little jumper. She's giving them some life offensively.
Miller, reverse layup, blocked down low, and that time it was Samantha Graff, the 5'9" forward, getting a finger on the basketball. Otmar, she picks up the foul call.
That's number 2 on Offorth. That's a big foul. She's been just almost unstoppable down low. She's going to have to come out and sit for a little while.
She is a stud rim protector here for Mike Zimmer's squad as well. So she will take a breather, as will Michelle Miller. So the top gun's not on the floor for Kenmare Bowbells. Doesn't matter. Turnover created by Lily Santizo.
And Santizo, she's a player I really like. She's all over, not necessarily all over the stat sheet, but just all over the floor. Kind of that Swiss Army knife of a player.
Step back three from McKenna Mao drops in. First 3 points for the junior guard. 14-6 lead here in the first quarter. Again, never count out Grant County Mont Region. This is a team that knocked off 3 ranked opponents, some that we'll see later on throughout the day here, to win the Region 4 championship this season. Kick out into the corner, miscue down on the baseline. There's the turnover. 14-6 lead for Kenmare Bowbells, the 2 seed over Grant County Mont Region. We continue with the first quarter next on WDAY.
Be prepared for the days and nights ahead with the best weather team. Download the Storm Tracker app, powered by Laney's. Get alerts and updates straight from the WDAY Storm Tracker team with accurate weather reports specific to your area. Just search WDAY in the Apple or Google Play Store. Download the Storm Tracker app and be ready to plan your day. The Storm Tracker app, powered by Laney's. Download it today.
Coming up after the first two quarters, we'll have our University of Jamestown halftime report here on WDAY. We'll hear from both of the coaches as we kick off the Girls Division B State Tournament from the Jamestown Civic Center. In the first quarter, it's a 14-6 lead for the 2C Kenmare Bowbells. Another tie-up down low. And our fourth jump ball of the quarter. Possession arrow in favor of the Honkers.
And the Honkers have started out in a really intense man-to-man defense, and now they've, the last few times down the court, have changed back to a three-quarter court, 1-2-2, back to a zone defense. And the Jaguars had one nice shot on it, but otherwise it's just been turnover after turnover.
This is a team that prides themselves on their defensive play. I think we'll say that for every team throughout the tournament. Pride themselves on good passing as Lily Santizo up and in for two.
Fantastic pass by Peterson there.
First basket of the game for Santizo. Now we'll see if Grant County Mont Region can settle in here. Something that they have not been able to do in this first quarter. Back out. Anilovitz had that one taken away. Anna Peterson. She gets her pass stolen. Peterson back on top of the basketball. And we'll have a timeout called here by Mike Zimmer after all the chaos down the lane.
Yeah, and again, the Jaguars are all out of sorts on offense, and credit the Honkers because they were man, now they're zone, and just sometimes in the zone you kind of feel like you're just falling back, and it's not a lazy defense, but this is an intense zone defense, and Grant County Mont Region really has to figure some things out here offensively.
Absolutely. This Jaguar squad, 10 juniors on the roster, one senior, by far the oldest team that we'll see throughout the day here. Gained a lot of juniors when these two communities co-op, Grant County, Mont Region, third year in the co-op as well. I was speaking with Coach Seidler before this tournament. They said they're on a redemption tour throughout the preseason. They knew they had a lot more to give throughout the regular season. They knew they could beat some of the top teams in the state. They did that in the region tournament. It's going to be hard to beat Kenmare Bowbells when Michelle Miller's knocking down shots like that.
And if you don't switch, she's going to hit that shot. If they do switch, they're going to have that roll to the basket. So Miller doing a great job off that screen and roll, just knocking down those shots.
Here's a long three from the wing. Hits off of the front of the iron. Manolovitz was throwing that one on. And this ball rolls out of bounds and will go to Kenmare Bowbells.
That was a nice job by Manolovitz to hit it off of Santizo's leg, but then it landed on her when she was out of bounds. So back to the Honkers.
Under a minute left to go here in quarter number one. 12-point lead for the Honkers. Every one of the players here on Kenmare Bowbells was on the roster last season. They didn't have any seniors last year as they pick up another offensive rebound. Three rolls off. Shot clock is turned off as Grant County Mont Region's trying to find a basket before the end of the quarter. Gina Otmar, the feed down low, looking for Greff. Wanted a foul call, won't get it. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Back out, no look. Miller, three, buried.
Oh, she's having a heck of a game, and that's what they needed from her, and this senior has come to play.
First quarter comes to an end. 21-6 lead for Kenmare Bowbells. Couldn't ask for a hotter start to the tournament from the 2 seed. Michelle Miller already up to 9 points after the first quarter play, knocking down that big three. Second quarter coming up next on WDAY.
It's time to go green and go Mystic. With a real college experience in the heart of the capital city, we do college right. We're hands-on learning and real-world training. And we're right on the money. We are Bismarck State College. We are Mystic Nation. RDO Equipment Company is making sure nothing stops you from getting more done faster, because zero means zero. We provide a straightforward, hassle-free buying experience on John Deere compact tractors by providing purchase options like zero money down and 0% fixed rate financing. All this with zero hassle. Zero in on the John Deere compact tractor you want by visiting RDOequipment.com or stopping by your nearest RDO store today.
Back inside of the Jamestown Civic Center, second quarter coming up after this message from the Bank of North Dakota.
I'm Freya Engen. I'm confident during the match, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Second quarter coming your way here on WDAY, opening game of the Girls Division B State Tournament. With Lynette Johnson, I'm Sam Getzinger. It's a big lead here for Kenmare Bowbells, and they kick off the second just like they played throughout the first, with a turnover leading to some potential points the other way.
Jaguars follow number 34, Allison Riss.
Baseline inbound. Inside the three-point line, that's Michelle Miller hitting off of the front. 9 points in the first quarter for Miller. Inside the lane, a lot of contact down low. We get a whistle. Free throws coming here for Summer Meyer. Her second trip to the line.
Hunters follow number 14. Summer Meyer.
Meyer 2 for 2 earlier. Make it 3 for 3 in the game, shooting 51% at the line. The Jaguars this season shooting 63% as a team. And it is 4 points from the charity stripe for Summer Meyer. Now Kenmare Bowbells, nice move at the wing. Michelle Miller once again, 11 points here in the first half. Now Grant County, Mont Regent. On the wing, three coming, rattles in and out from Jada Otmar. She's shooting 22% from beyond the arc, couldn't knock down that one. Under 7 left to go here in quarter number 2. Hawkers looking to go back to work on offense here, up 23-8 in their 5th straight trip to the state tournament. McKenna Mao, her 3rd 3 of the game. Now in quarter 3, in response, dropped in by Otmar. Second on the team in scoring this season with 12. Looking to bring the Jags back in. Kick over, good move from Bria Crest. First time down low, and we get a whistle. Shooting foul there on Samantha Greff. That's her first.
Jaguars follow number 32, Samantha Greff, for second team foul.
First one up and good from Crest. Shooting 56% from the line this season. And it's a 2 for 2 trip from Bria Crest.
I'm seeing some full court press there. I'm back, Sam.
There we go.
I didn't leave yet.
There we
Just a
go.
little technical difficulty there, but Again, the Honkers switching up their defense, going from no press to a three-quarter court, now to a full court press, looking to cause some problems for the Jaguars.
Well, this is already a 28-point first quarter for Kenmare Bowbells, as two more back on the board for Allison Grist, who has been very solid here in the first half. 6 points for Grant County Mont Region.
She's really doing what she can to try to keep them in it, but the Honkers are just really strong right now.
Fourth free throw line jumper, just too strong. Rebound, another jump ball coming, and this will stay with the Jags. Kenmare Bowbells averaging 57 points per game this season. Team that's shooting 40% from the field, and they'll show that full court press again.
And other than that, the full court man, you have to have a real smart team to be able to do that, because, again, it's maybe just a call or something from the bench, and be able to move and switch that quickly is pretty impressive.
Mackenzie Winkler's shot left a rebound and rolled out of bounds. The Grant County Mont Region fans behind us, they wanted that to stay with the Jags, but it will go over for the Honkers here. 15-point lead in quarter number 2 on WDAY. Girls Class A quarterfinals over on WDAY Extra. We'll have the semifinals tomorrow and the third place and championship game coming your way on Saturday. This one finds its way to Opforth. Kick back out to the corner. Bria Kress now back down low. Opforth, 9 points in the game for her.
And Winkler in the game there provides some size for the Jaguars, but that didn't bother Opforth at all. Just went strong with that left hand.
Here's Summer Meyer with the three. That one well strong. Lands in the arms of McKenna Mao. Transition three the other way, and another one falls in for Michelle Miller.
She's feeling it. Coach Zimmer's out there at half court, high-fiving his girls. Pretty excited.
He is loving this. They did not get the win in the first round last season. They're looking to move to the semifinal round today. It has been the Michelle Miller show here inside of the Jamestown Civic Center.
The North Dakota oil and natural gas industry works here, and works here, and here, and even works here. By creating nearly 50,000 jobs statewide and generating billions of tax dollars annually to support our infrastructure, flood protection projects, and our schools. North Dakota Oil and Natural Gas, advancing the possibilities.
Tune in and join us for Ag Week TV every weekend, bringing you the latest in ag news, weather, lifestyle, and trends from across the region and the world. This week on Ag Week TV, government officials look to provide certainty regarding waters of the U.S. Our Ag Week livestock tour continues, and farmers learn what to look out for as planting season approaches. Ag Week TV, delivering the complete ag picture every weekend.
A look at Fan Cam on WDAY, brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance. There's the Kenmare Bowbells faithful. Grant County Mont Region also out in full force here at the Jamestown Civic Center. Opening game of the Girls Division B State Tournament here on WDAY. Out of the timeout, 33-13 lead for Kenmare Bowbells, and they have been just a force defensively.
They really are. And then one of the only mistakes they've made right there in that turnover, but just nothing is coming easy for the Jaguars.
Kenmare Bowbells last season, they lost in the opening round of the tournament to Mayport CG, a team that went on to win the tournament last year. They were fun to watch. They lost the consolation first game in that side of the bracket to our Redeemers. They lost that game by 1 point. They ended up finishing 7th place last season here inside of the Jamestown Civic Center. Looking for more this year. They're off to a very hot start against the Jaguars. This is down low. This is Sam Greff with her first basket. Need her to get going.
Yeah, really nice job kind of snaking her way in there on the baseline. Trying to get going.
Another three, McKenna Mao. Off the rim, rebound brought down by Allison Grist. Grist has been the leading scorer so far for Grant County Mott Region, 6 points in the opening half. This runner gets the foul call, and Greff will go to the free throw line.
I think that's 3 on Taya Offworth.
Yep, that will be the third. Coach Zimmer chatting over with Taya, just gave her the shoulder strike.
Yep, they called it. So I know it's frustrating. Sometimes you get that first foul early, and got her second foul with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Had to sit for a while. Now she's going to have to sit the last 3.5 here.
Greff at the free throw line, team's leading free throw shooter at 72%. Goes 2 for 2, and she's up to 4 points here in the opening half. Again, Taya Offworth, the team's leading point getter throughout the season, on the bench with 3 personal. Mache Miller step back. I don't know if they'll need her with the way Mache is playing.
She's just putting the team on her shoulders and saying, hey, we're going to win this game. Just shooting with confidence. She knows when that ball's going up, it's going in the hoop.
Good find down low. Jada Otmar couldn't control. 7 points in the second quarter for Mache Miller. Had 9 back in the first.
And you can just tell when a player feels it. She's just going off that dribble right up.
Collision there along the wing. We'll get the whistle here. And it will stay with Kenmare Bowbells.
That's that 2-person on the ball screen that they've been running all game. Again, if they don't switch, Miller's been knocking down that shot. They've been getting some nice looks down low.
Miller's been averaging 14.3 points per game, as Lynette mentioned, the Region 3 Senior Athlete of the Year. Here's some tight defense from Grant County Mott Region. Kenmare Bowbells looking to come free. Feed to the baseline. Rolls out of bounds with 2:53 to play in the second.
A little bit of energy here now from the crowd behind us, and you can see the defensive energy for the Jaguars really stepping up.
35-17, under 3 to play until the halftime break. Kenmare Bowbells with the lead over Grant County Mott Region.
Hi, I'd like to add my new motorcycle to my insurance policy, please.
Greetings. Is it a moped or unicycle?
No, it's a motorcycle.
Unicycling enhances body strength.
No, it's a motorcycle. It has 2 wheels, a seat, handlebars.
Does it have rocket boosters?
Can I speak to a live agent?
Impossible. All agents have been neutralized.
At Farmers Union Insurance, technology is important, and so is finding the best options for our clients, person to person. Farmers Union Insurance. Local agents, more options, great rates.
I just get to come to work, and it's fun. Even when it's hard, it's fun working at Touchmark.
It's really the people that make us so different and wonderful.
We often hear that it's like a North Dakota hug. There's just a difference when you come into our community.
They're very, very attuned to the individual needs and wants of the residents. And that's something that I've been very, very appreciative of with Touchmark.
Coming up after the game, we'll hear from our Touchstone Energy Cooperatives of North Dakota player of the game. That might be the fan of the game.
I might get one of those for tomorrow night. What do you think?
I think it would look well. I'll join you in that one. A fun crowd here at the Jamestown Civic Center, just getting started with the Girls B State Tournament with Lynette Johnson. I'm Sam Gessinger. Appreciate you for joining us here on WDAY. Grant County Mott Region. It has been a tough start to this first half here. Jada Otmar looking for the friendly roll. Rebound brought down by Kylie Offworth. We get a whistle here as well.
I can't say enough about this Kenmare Bowbells defense. They just are all over the place, and nothing is easy. They're just the Jaguars are not able to get any kind of sync offensively.
Again, Taya Offworth on the bench with 3 personal fouls here in this second quarter, but Mache Miller has been on a tear here in the first half, as has McKenna Mao, knocking down another 3-pointer. She's got 9 points.
You know things are going your way when you can make it a 3. I don't know that she called it. I didn't hear it. I have my headphones on, but...
That one hitting off to the side of the backboard. Mao the rebound. Kept her head up as she'll circle back. 2 minutes left to play here in the opening half. Kenmare Bowbells, the 2 seed out of District 5, Region 3. 24 wins and just 3 losses on the season. Miller driving in, her feet down to the block, rolls away from Mao. That went out of bounds. Grant County Mott Region 17-8 this season out of District 7, Region 4. The find down low, looking for Meyer. Did she keep it in? Nope, they'll call her out. Another turnover here with 93 seconds left in the half.
And that was a nice on-the-ball screen that Otmore just needed to have a little more air on that ball. It got a little too flat, but she was open down there.
Miller working away from the screen. Another 3 rattles home. But Shea Miller on fire here in the first 2 quarters.
And you can tell she's put a lot of time into that shot. Just one dribble and up. That is not easy. We don't see a lot of high school girls doing that. So credit to her for putting the time in, really perfecting that move.
A senior here on this Kenmare Bowbell squad. Kick to the corner. Brought out by Otmar. She'll go up to the basket and get the foul call. So Otmar to the free throw line for the first time. 19 points for Michelle Miller already.
Yeah, with Opworth being in foul trouble, she's really had to kind of shoulder some of that offensive need for them, and it really has come through.
Otmar knocking down the first, a 71% free throw shooter this season. 2 for 2, she's up to 5 points. Under a minute left to play until the University of Jamestown halftime break. Good look down low. Peterson wide open. Missed the first, second one, got the foul.
Peterson's had a nice game here too. Done a lot of really good things on the defensive end. Had an open shot there, missed it, was able to get a rebound, and now has opportunity to make those 2 points here.
First one up and good for Peterson, shooting 44% from the stripe. As a team, Kenmare Bowbells 58% from the line, looking to extend the lead even more, and that's what Peterson does. 43-19. We come to a close here in the second quarter. This is Greff ball handling. Off for Manolovitz. She gets it taken away. Michelle Miller had it for a moment. Now down to the baseline. Greff the fadeaway in for 2. Shot clock turned off here. Tight defense at the timeline. McKenna Mao finally crossing. Back out for Miller as Kenmare Bowbells will set up the offense with under 10 to play in the first half. Santizo having a hard time finding it. Lands in the arms of the Jags. Now with 2 beyond half court, this one is short. First 2 quarters in the books. Really strong start to the game for Kenmare Bowbells. They lead 41-21.
Yeah, they really came out just really confident. Again, a team that's been here for 5 years in a row. Really with kind of on a mission, it looked like, and Grant County just didn't have an answer offensively.
Correction on the score here, 43-21, as we'll hear from Mike Zimmer from Kenmare Bowbells in just a moment. But Michelle Miller in that first half, 19 points. That was impressive to watch.
Yeah, just really, again, picking up her teammate, Atea Offworth, who had gotten some foul trouble, but just really knocking out those shots with confidence.
We'll actually hear from Sarah Seidler here in just a moment, with her squad down here in the opening game of the tournament. Sarah, thanks for joining us here at the half. What do you take away from those first 2 quarters?
You know, they're really shooting well. We just got to get out on the shooters, have a high hand, and we got to get through the screens.
What do you want to tell your team at the halftime break going in here to the third?
We got to move. You know, we got to settle in. This is our first state tournament, but that's no excuse. We got to get moving offensively, get some ball fakes going, you know, and then get the ball moving around. We got to have more than 3 passes and a shot.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck here the rest of the way.
Thank you so much.
Sarah Seidler in her third season with Grant County Mont Region joining us here. It is a big lead for the Hawkers, 43-21 at the break. We'll have your University of Jamestown halftime report when we come back on WDAY.
Somewhere after her first birthday, we noticed some changes. The doctor did the evaluation and we got a diagnosis of autism. The questions remained, and they lasted all the way up until recently when we participated in the Spark study and got the genetic finding. There was a noticeable shift when I got the results. This was an answer. Finally, all these years later, I knew what caused her autism. And it wasn't anything that I had done or not done. The science that we're learning that perhaps may not result in big changes for people who have autism now might one day in the future do so. I can't imagine a reason not to participate in the Spark study. There's so much to be learned and nothing at all to lose.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Do you yearn for connection? Are you in need of encouragement, hope? For over 40 years, my dad, Pastor Harold E. Salem, and the Christian Worship Hour have provided that beacon, a bright, shining light guiding those who are lost and alone into God's everlasting love. Though my dad is in heaven, his timeless messages live on. To experience profound power and life-changing biblical teachings, join Pastor Salem this weekend.
Stay prepared for the days and nights ahead with the best weather team. Download the Storm Tracker app, powered by Laney's. Get alerts and updates straight from the WDAY Storm Tracker team with accurate weather reports specific to your area. Just search WDAY in the Apple or Google Play Store. Download the Storm Tracker app and be ready to plan your day. The Storm Tracker app, powered by Laney's. Download it today. Watch Bison Media Zone on WDAY Extra. Join our seasoned host for in-depth discussions you won't find anywhere else. And expert analysis from those who know the game inside and out. Your one-stop source for predictions, game recaps, and real-time reactions. BMZ puts the spotlight on Bison sports like never before. Watch Bison Media Zone on WDAY Extra. Wednesday mornings at 10:30, right after Hot Mic. Storm Tracker meteorologist John Wheeler. This is the University of Jamestown halftime report.
Fast start to the tournament here on WDAY with Kenmare Bowbells leading Grant County Mont Region 43-21 at the University of Jamestown halftime break. We got a full day of basketball coming your way. After the conclusion of this one, it's Langdon area Munich going up against Central McLean, one of the few returning teams in this field. And then we go into our night session. Linton HMB against the 1 St. Louis and Clark Bertholm. That should be a fun one. Tip-off scheduled for 6:30. Then we wrap up the night with the 4-5 matchup between the Wildcats from Benson County and Lemoore Litchfield Marion. That's coming up. Tip-off scheduled at 8:15. We'll step aside once again. When we come back, we'll look back at that first half in our first game of the Division B Girls Basketball State Tournament.
Here it is. Look how cheap it is.
Go for it, Steph.
Be careful what you buy online. It's finally here. Counterfeit products are illegal. They are fake and can be damaging to you, your property, and your wallet.
It looks real, but I don't have a good feeling about this. Whoa, no, get out!
Buying fake products can cost you the health of your face, skin, and eyes, or scar you for life. Real products are tested for safety. Buy the brand. Protect yourself. This message is brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council and the United States Patent and Trademark Office.
You're smart. Buy smart.
Go for real.
Go for real. Go for real.
Listen up, people. Going extinct is a bad thing. At least we had an asteroid. What's your excuse? You're headed for a climate disaster. And yet every year, governments spend hundreds of billions of public funds on fossil fuel subsidies. As you rebuild your economies and bounce back from this pandemic, this is humanity's big chance. Don't choose extinction. Save your species before it's too late. It's time for you humans to stop making excuses and start making changes.
There's only one way to start your weekend. It's time to play.
I'm gonna say you got engaged at a pink concert.
You don't, babe. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Next live, Brian Tyree Henry. Plus, who do the Batu Wong from Durban? David Hunt, a real performer.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. Are you looking for an opportunity to work in an exciting and innovative environment? WDAY TV is hiring. Be a part of a locally owned, award-winning station. All current job openings can be found at forumcom.com/careers. We're a leading media and technology company with a core culture of values and perks like competitive PTO, benefits, and more. Join our team of people whose passion and purpose is fueled by collaboration and innovation. WDAY TV. Build your career here. WDAY is your home for North Dakota high school tournament memories. Visit WDAY.com and click on the WDAY Deals tab. Each game costs $25 plus tax, shipping, and handling on DVD. Can't wait? No problem. Watch all the games on demand by subscribing to WDAY Plus. Visit Inform.com to sign up and enjoy every game, as well as access to all future live events and archives of high school sports championships. All the games you remember. Available today on DVD and on demand. You've been watching the University of Jamestown Halftime Report.
43-21 lead for Kenmare Bowbells over Grant County Mott Region in our opening game of the day here on WDAY in the Girls Division B state tournament. And ever since the tip went down, it's been all Kenmare Bowbells with how well they've shot the ball.
They're shooting the ball really well. Again, and defensively, they're just holding Grant County Mott Region in check defensively.
Michelle Miller leading the way for Kenmare Bowbells, 19 points. Taya Offorth dealing with some foul trouble. She had 30 personal, so she missed a good majority of that second quarter. But Grant County Mott Region, they've shown flashes as we take a look at the stats after the first two quarters of play, brought to you by North Dakota Certified Seed Producers. They've shown flashes, they just haven't settled in yet.
No, when they drive, they're getting fouled. They're going to the free throw line, 8 for 8 from the free throw line. But again, from the field, they're just not able to knock it down. And again, credit the Honkers defense. And on the other side, the field goal percentage for Kenmare Bowbells is shooting at almost 62% from the field, and even higher from the three-point percentage, which is almost unheard of. They are just, it's hard to beat a team when they play that well.
Let's welcome in Mike Zimmer, the head coach for Kenmare Bowbells. Coach, I imagine you're elated with the start after that first half. What do you take away from the first two quarters?
Yeah, I really liked our ball movement on offense and our pressure on defense. Like I heard you talking, we got to try to foul them a little less. Like they got 8 points from the line, but we also got to stay very aggressive. And I think the start of the third quarter is going to be key. We got to stay aggressive on offense. We can't start milking the clock and being passive.
Describe Michelle Miller's play in that first half. Was your jaw just on the floor?
Yeah, I had a couple of those spinning around. It's like she's rolling right now, so just don't talk to her. Just let her keep going. Yep.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck here in the second half. As we take a look at our Lake Region State College stat leaders, big thank you to Mike Zimmer for joining us at the halftime break. For Grant County Mott Region, it's Sam Graff who's led the way with 6 points, 2 of them coming from the stripe. Allison Grist also with 6 points as well. They're going to need a lot more from their senior to climb back in this game.
Yeah, they are. They all have to come together. They're a great, well-balanced team. And again, like Coach Seidler said before the half, not just shoot up the first shot they get. They got to move the ball. They have to attack. Kenmare has been fouling them when that happens, so they have to keep doing that, and they have to do it quickly to start the second half.
On the other side, we've said her name for Kenmare Bowbells, our Lake Region State College stat leader. It's Michelle Miller, a dominant first half. Steals galore, 19 total points. She's knocking down threes, doing it on both ends of the floor. She's been real fun to watch.
Yeah, she's shooting 75% from the field, 2-point field goal, and the 3-point. So just the 19 points, 8 of 12 from the 2 points, 5 of 8 from 2 point, 3 of 4 from 3-point. Just really, again, putting the team on her shoulders and saying, we're not losing this game.
Michelle Miller is our Lake Region State College stat leader. After the first 2 quarters of play, we get ready for the third here between the Honkers and the Jaguars. Our first of 4 games coming your way on WDAY. Again, want to remind you the Division A quarterfinals over on WDAY Extra. We'll have the semifinals for you all day for both divisions on WDAY, and the third place games and championship games on Saturday. After this one, it's the 3-6 matchup between Central McLean and Langdon area Munich, and that one should be a lot of fun as well. With Lynette Johnson, I'm Sam Getzinger. It's a packed house here at the Jamestown Civic Center. Our first game of the day. We'll see what Grant County Mott Region can muster up here. First time a team from those areas has been to the state tournament since 2018. Grant County was the last one to do it. They've been here in 2017, 2018, also 2013 as well. Kenmare Bowbells will have the basketball to start the third quarter.
And these first 3 minutes are crucial for the Jaguars to really try to start chipping away at this lead. There's no 22-point basket. You got to get one at a time, but that's going to start with a defensive stop here.
Allison Chris got her hands in the passing lanes for a moment. Here's Michelle Miller picking up her dribble. Now back out for Santizo. McKenna Mao, big first half for her, is too strong at her first shot attempt of the third. Now with 9 points in the game for Kenmare Bowbells, all from beyond the arc. Summer Meyer, kick out back into the corner. Off for Jada Otbar is GCMR will look to set up the offense, and a good drive in by Allison Christ. She leads the scorers here for the Jags with 8 points.
And that's what they've been most successful. They kind of kept the ball on that side of the left side of the court, finally brought the ball back to the right side, able to get a nice drive and finish.
Now Miller driving baseline, last touched by Grant County Mott Region.
And I feel like the Jaguars' defensive intensity has really stepped up. I'm sure they had a few choice words at halftime, said, like, hey, let's go. They're a better team than they showed that first half. And right away, another turnover here for the Honkers, and Grant County with the opportunity to cut into this lead.
Turnover number 9 for Kenmare Bowbells. And we're going in between the legs of Taya Offorth again, who has 3 personal fouls to her name. We're going to whistle on the floor. Baseline inbound coming up for Grant County Mott Region. This is a Jaguars team that averages about 5'7", 5'9" in length. I was talking with their head coach, Sarah Seidler, before the tournament began. She joked that they're not extremely tall, but they have a lot of length. And having that many players at 5'7", 5'9", that's helpful. We get a whistle here on the other end of the floor.
I say it is. It's just, when you're across the board, all the same size, you can play in, out, all different positions, and that can be an advantage for your team.
Another baseline inbound here. Maria Crest, who's also been dealing with some foul trouble, gets it in for Taya Offorth, and a beautiful post move for 2. She's got 11 points.
Just a nice finish there with that left hand. Something that you've seen all year from her.
Oh, pull up 3 in transition, and Sam Greff back on the board.
You see some excitement by Greff.
45-26. The fans here from Grant County Mott Region starting to get back in the ball game early in the third quarter. Santizo down low. Not much you can do about that.
Yeah, I don't know if they have an answer for that.
Fourth, one of the tallest ones we'll see in the tournament, is 6-foot junior. Reverse layup just off of the side of the rim. Santizo in a tie-up. We'll get a jump ball.
And I know Gris went underneath the basket for a reverse. I'd like to see her go at fourth. Again, knowing that she's got those 3 fouls, see if she gets that fourth one, because on the other side, they don't have an answer for her offensively. They got to hope almost to get that 4th foul.
Oh, good feed, saving the loose ball. Now back up top. That 3 will get the whistle. 3 shots at the line for Emily Manilovitz.
And almost half their points in the first half were from the free throw line. A perfect 8 for 8. Now it's an opportunity to get 3, but the clock stopped.
Timeout on the floor. 5:41 to play here in the third quarter. 47-26 lead. We'll see Manilovitz at the line for 2, looking for her first points.
Yeah, and that's what you want for the Jaguars coming out. You want the other team to have to call a timeout. You know, you want to start quickly the first 3 minutes in this half. They've done that. They've caused Mike Zimmer, to call that timeout and get his team back focused, and it's exactly what you want. Here from the Grant County Mott region, now an opportunity with the clock stopped to hit 3 free throws and cut in that lead.
47-26. A lot can change throughout the pace of a second half of a basketball game. And Kenmare both Bells falling in the opening round last season to the eventual state champions Mayport CG. These two teams all too familiar with each other. They faced off against each other in the state qualifier last season. Kenmare obviously won that one. But it was a tight matchup, so that plays back into the redemption tour that Grant County Mott Region's trying to feed off of here in this state tournament. 1 for 2 so far for Emily Manilovitz. Manilovitz 54% on the season from the free throw line, gets 2 of 3.
Seeing some full court pressure here.
Fourth with McKenna Mao trying to bring the ball up on the floor. Good defense here from Jada Otmar as well. Now they'll look to set it up here. And a steal the other way. Here comes Otmar. She lost her footing. Ball still loose, picked up by Mao. Numbers here for Kenmare Bowbells. Mao had it swatted into the bleachers. Sam Greff.
That's a statement.
A monster block with 5:12 left to go in the third. It's 47-28. Grant County Mott Region making a full comeback together.
Parents can influence their child's behavioral health in a few simple ways. The first is really having ongoing conversation.
Role modeling positive behavior. Parenting starts at home, and those positive influences that a parent has rolls off on their children.
Sometimes just a simple question will get a child talking, and you might learn things about your child that you just didn't know about before. If you get to a difficult topic, that's where you can reach out to Parents Lead and look for some of that information that might help you navigate that difficult topic. And that's one of the benefits of Parents Lead.
At Papa Murphy's, mix and match 2 or more sides for just $6.99 each, like our 5 cheese bread or calzones, or a fresh salad. Add a medium cheese or pepperoni pizza or dessert. Fresh, easy, and so good. Just the way your meal should be with Papa Murphy's.
Watch the 2025 North Dakota AA East Regional Basketball Tournament. It all begins Thursday, March 6th at 2. Stream every matchup live on WDAY+. Brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance.
Coming up after the game, we'll hear from our Touchstone Energy Cooperatives of North Dakota, player of the game. Shane Miller is the front runner for that right now with 19 points. She's been held off of the board here in the early goings of this third quarter.
And credit the Jaguars defense. They have just stepped it up a notch here coming into the second half, and they have to. I mean, down 22 at halftime. Really starting to, again, chip away.
We'll have a baseline inbound here out of the timeout.
We have some.
Need to wipe up the floor. Mike Zimmer, he's pulling double duty. Head coach here for Kenmare Bow Bells. Also some janitorial duties as well.
He does it all. He does it all.
Getting his 7th year as a head coach. Assistant coach for 3 years beforehand. Got into coaching because his daughters were going through the program.
And his daughter, Kate, plays for Bismarck State College. Just won last night, beat Williston Tetons to continue on into the postseason. And just has a lot of fun coaching.
He's really built this Kenmare
Yes, he
Bow
really
Bells
has. He's done a
program
great job.
up. They made it back in '89, and then they went quiet for a while there. And ever since around 2010, they've been a mainstay here at the state tournament. Made it the last 5 years in a row. Their highest finish at state is 4th place, and this is a team that can likely make a strong push to the championship and potentially win it all this year.
Yeah, if they can shoot like this, they're going to be tough to beat. And again, with their defense, offense wins games, defense wins championships, and they put those handcuffs on and really can shackle a team offensively. We've seen that firsthand here this afternoon.
So after the wiping of the floor, we're back and good to go here for the third quarter. 5:12 left to play in the third. 47-28, Kenmare Bow Bells lead. The Hawkers, the 2 seed in this Division B state tournament. Grant County Mott Region, the 7 seed, is off forth with a rare miss down low.
Nice defense by Shively there, just going up straight up, not fouling, just getting her hands in off our space.
Ref looking for another 3. It rolled off. The loose ball stays with Grant County Mott Region. Substitution coming in. This is Anna Peterson back into the ball game. Taya Offworth will take a breather.
That's a good call by Coach Zimmer. Just getting her out, again, halfway through this half. Get a little tired. Sometimes you have a tendency to foul. She has those 3. Give her a little breather. Get her back in the game when she's fresh.
Handoff here. Manolovitz now stepping through. Will go through. And this Jags team is doing a great job of getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, just again, much more aggressive this second half. Moving the ball, getting more than 1 or 2 passes and a shot, and then going hard to the hoop and getting points when the clock stopped.
Manolovitz was fouled on a 3-point shot earlier in this quarter. Went 2 or 3 at the line on that trip. She knocks down the first here. 10 juniors on this Grant County Mott Region roster. Just imagine the senior night next year coming to that school. Another 1-for-2 trip by Manolovitz here as McKenna Mao comes down with the rebound, and Grant County Mott Region not going to make it easy crossing the timeline. Finally, Kenmare Bow Bells able to do so.
Well, after having 43 points in the first half, just 4 here in the second to start this third quarter.
Miller looking for her first in the quarter, dishes it off for Peterson. Now the drive down on the baseline, had it poked away. As Bria Crest coming in towards the hoop. We get a whistle on the floor as well as Taya Offworth will look to check back in.
Yeah, just that quick breather and getting a drink of water and back in and ready to finish strong here these last 4 minutes.
Santizo back to the bench. Last foul on Summer Meyer, her second personal. Off of the inbound, here's Miller. Good feed down low, Offworth missed it. Offensive rebound still fighting for, and it's down into the arms of J.C. Thomas.
She's had a couple down there on that right side, just not falling for her when they normally do.
Admar driving in, and she picks up the offensive foul, the foul on Michelle Miller. Second one on Miller here in this third quarter. Otmar to inbound will go long with it. Grist, who's also had a fantastic game for Grant County Mott Region. Kenmare Bow Bells comes away with a steal down on the block. 47-29. Crest down low, left-handed finish. It's a hoop and the horn.
That's a huge shot for Crest there. The Honkers have kind of gone quiet there, a little cold, and just really aggressive, nice left-hand finish.
Be a Crest with 4 points, looking to make it 5. Hammers the free throw. Another one of the senior leaders on this Kenmare Bobel squad.
Yeah, they've been here a lot, but they still have a lot coming back next year as well.
Taya being one of them, just a junior. McKenna Mao coming back as well. This drive in, the layup is short. Offworth the rebound. Summer Meyer the turnover. Offworth recovers with the block down low.
Yeah, nice job defensively by Meyer getting that ball out of there. Offworth real close to getting that 4th foul. Went straight up and knocked the ball out of bounds.
At this point of the game, you're up 50-29. You have 3 personal fouls on you. Do you try to play conservative or just play like you usually do?
I think you have to play like you usually do. You don't want to, try to swat too many balls. Nice job there, just straight up.
Summer Meyer nearly getting that one to fall. Now Manolovitz drops it in. Good third quarter here for Emily Manolovitz. We get another foul by Jada Otmar on the inbound.
Yeah, she wants to put pressure there. Don't want to foul, 85 feet from the basket.
Kenmare Bobel's able to break the press easily. Now 3 in the corner in transition. Hits off the side of the rim. That was Kylie Offworth taking the shot. We'll get another whistle here. 50-31. Kenmare Bobel still hanging on to the lead. A much better third quarter here by Grant County Mott Region. It's the first game of the quarterfinal round on WDAY.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we began our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Whoa, Jeff here! Looks like there's a big door that needs snort stopper. Let's go! Our Kevlar reinforced door sills keeps your garage guarded, eliminates the elements, while saving up to 40% on heating and cooling costs. Keeps rain, snow, dirt, rodents outside where they belong. Snort Stopper is made in the USA, comes with a 25-year warranty. Visit snortstopper.com today. Snort happens. Stop it.
Fan Cam on WDAY, brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance. Got a great crowd here. Grant County Mott Region showing out in full force. We got the Blues Brothers back here at the Jamestown Civic Center. It's been a fun start to the day here so far. Again, 3 more games to follow after this one. Mike Zimmer's been very happy with what his Kenmare Bobel squad has been able to do. And before we went to the break, there was a foul on the floor, and Grant County Mott Region is back in the bonus for the first time as Jada Otmar shooting free throws.
And the Jaguars put that press on, and you don't always have to steal it to have a positive, the press be positive. They got a quick shot by the Honkers, and then got the rebound, and the Honkers fouled them. And now in that bonus, you're on the other end of the court. You get a chance to shoot free throws for the rest of this quarter.
50-33 is this feed down low. Ball still loose. Back in the arms of Allison Grist.
Now, if the Jaguars can get this close to 10 points here at the end of the quarter, and just a tough turnover right there.
A carry called on Greff. Kenna Mao checking back in. Kylie Offworth will head back to the bench. But whatever the message was at the halftime break by Sarah Seidler, it has worked out 50-33. See if they can climb back even more and continue this strong defense.
And Manolovitz is just right in the grill of Miller. She's face guarding her, not letting her get the ball at all, and it's worked so far this half.
Fourth, top of the key, off for Miller. This is a good look. And a rare miss from Michelle Miller from beyond the arc.
That's one of her first shots that she's had. So, I mean, you go almost 6 minutes without getting a shot off. You can see what that did to it there.
19 points in the first half. Has not touched the ball much here in this third quarter as Alford tips this one out of bounds.
Reminds me of that Hoosier scene where he asks him what kind of gum he had.
Thomas back in for Grant County Mont Region. Good find. Graff even better move. Just strong off of the backboard. On fourth, the rebound. Should get the whistle here as well.
And Meyer playing real aggressive there, but grabbed Alford's hand. And now the Hunkers going to the other end, shooting the bonus as well.
Yep. Free throws coming here for Taya Alford. 13 points in the game for her. So when you look at the scoring breakdown, 13 for Taya, you have 19 for Michelle, 9 by McKenna Mao, and that's one thing that Coach Miller has been very happy with throughout the season, just the balance of scoring. It's not one player every night, it's a new person every night having a big game. Throw in Lily Santizo as well throughout the season. Bria Crest, who's had a pretty solid game here in the opening round.
And that's what it takes to win a championship. Very rarely does a one-player team make it to the state, let alone win something. And Coach Zimmer knows he's got a special group here.
0 for 2 trip to the line by Taya Alford. Now here's the trap defense from Kenmare Bowbells, leads to a steal. McKenna Mao in transition, pull-up jumper from mid-range. It's off of the back iron, and we get a foul called here on Anna Peterson.
That's where Coach Zimmer probably wants Mao to just go right to the hoop. Again, they had that 3-on-2 advantage there. Missed that jumper. The Jaguars get the rebound, fouled, and now back on the other end of the court shooting free throws.
This is Natalie Weisinger shooting her first free throws of the game. 63% on the season. And it looks like we're going to have some more blood wiped off of the floor here. I've been trying to figure out who's bleeding out on the floor.
I don't know.
I saw Jada Otmar with a wrap around her elbow earlier. As they go back to work cleaning things up. We get free throws here from Weisinger. Luckily, it's not a serious injury that's leading to the blood on the floor, so that's a good sign. First one off of the mark. Lily Santizo coming back in for Kenmare Bowbells. This is a Grant County Mont Region team that's been dealing with some injuries and sickness all throughout the season. They had to deal with some influenza throughout the postseason here later on in the year. Now they're back healthy here at the state tournament. We'll see a couple of teams throughout the tournament today that have been dealing with injuries throughout the season. 1:20 left to go here in quarter number 3. Down low, this is Offord. Off to the window again, another 2 points coming her way.
She's just been a force down there. Missed a couple bunnies, but for the most part has been really consistent and very difficult to stop.
Very technical down at the blocks as Rep flies in for 2 more. 11 points for the lone senior on Grant County Mont Region. Under a minute to play in the third. Give and go. Taya to the rack, and she gets fouled.
Yeah, nice two-man game that they've been running all year. Those girls have played basketball together for a long time. They did a nice job of coming up and stopping Miller, but on that roll, Alforth was wide open, now at the free throw line.
Another one missing from Alforth, shooting 57% from the free throw line throughout the season. That's one thing Mike Zimmer alluded to me in my conversation with him at the beginning of the week. Michelle and Taya, they've had to get used this year to being guarded heavily by every team you see throughout the season. They may have not seen that in every game last year, but now the focus is on both of them. So they've gotten used to getting the tighter defense, and obviously it's been paying off well. They've adjusted.
Yep, they've adjusted, and then you can see that this afternoon, just really not really caring who's guarding them, and going strong to the basket.
Shea Miller picking up her third personal now here late in the third quarter. But all of it's back to the free throw line. First one, no good. And both teams in the bonus here. Just a 10-point third quarter for Kenmare Bowbells. They had 43 to go into the half.
It's a big defensive possession here for the Jags.
Midalovitz nearly getting in. There's the block down low from Greff. Rebound here by Bria Crest. Santizo down to the baseline. Up for Crest along the three-point arc. 1 second difference between the shot and game clock here in quarter number 3. Offorth double covered, tipped out of bounds. Good job defensively by Natalie Weisinger.
Yeah, nothing has been easy for the Honkers here the second half.
0.9 is the difference between the shot and game clock. McKenna Mao back to the free throw line. Nine points in the game for McKenna Mao, all back in the first half from beyond the three-point arc. Knocks down the first, shooting 74% from the stripe this season. Was named All-Region this year as well. She's another player you could throw into the conversation of having to get used to more defensive pressure throughout the year. 2 seconds at the horn here. Oh, just rolled in and out. Sam Kraft trying to end the third with a bang. But we go to the fourth, 55-37. The 2-seed Kenmare Bowbells with the lead over the 7-seed Grant County Mott Region Jaguars. Fourth quarter coming up next on WDAY.
As much as you have accomplished, there are times you'd rather not go it alone. While you determine what direction you go, we're here to help along the way. So go. Go with community. Go with neighbors. Go with understanding. Go with support.
News happens at all hours of the day and night. Stories develop and situations change in the blink of an eye.
In our community, knowing where you can turn at any time of the day
for clear information and facts
is more important today than at any other time.
That's why we start our day
in the middle of the night
to gather new information
and be ready to bring it to you.
Tracking what has changed overnight and how that will impact your day today. We're here for you with the most up-to-date news and weather
to get you on your way, because your community
is our community.
55-37 lead for Kenmare Bowbells as we go to the fourth. We start this final frame after this message from the Bank of North Dakota.
I'm Lily Bell. I'm confident on the court, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Fourth quarter coming your way here on WDAY, our opening game of the quarterfinal round. The Girls Division B State Tournament, Division A over on WDAY Extra, and also on WDAY Plus. There's a turnover for Grant County Mott Region. Need a strong fourth here.
Yeah, they outscored the Honkers 16-10 there in the third quarter. They're going to need a little more.
3 on the way from Summer Meyer, off of the back iron, off fourth long rebound, kept it in. And a good job by Thomas, keeping in possession for the Jags. This one goes out of bounds and will stay with Grant County.
Yeah, we're going to see Grant County Mott Region just flying all over the place because they have to get on a run here very quickly to start this fourth.
Jaguars out of District 7, Region 4. Travel is the call on the floor. Natalie Weisinger checking back in. Strong third quarter from her for Grant County Mott Region. Here's Michelle Miller, 19 points in the first, no points in the third. Anna Peterson, one dribble in the pass over for McKenna Mao. She'll go to the rack. A nice head fake. Two chances at it for Taya Offorth, and eventually gets the foul on the second go-around.
Yeah, Mao with a nice drive, a little fake out. Almost made that nice left-hand layup, and Offorth with 2 offensive rebounds, almost like a volleyball set, trying to get that ball up to the hoop.
Get a pause here before the free throws. We need all laces to be tied here in this fourth quarter. 1 minute off the clock as Offorth hits her first on this trip.
That used to be my trick when I was real tired. I said, I got to hold on a second, I tie my shoe.
Be the longest break there.
Yep.
One for 2 for Offorth, another offensive rebound. This one inside of the arc. Miller not able to knock down the mid-range jumper. So Grant County, Mott Region survives with minimal damage. Just 1 point on the free throw. We get another foul here. Peterson was down. Greff was trying to get away, and she dropped down hard. Zimmer can't believe it over on the Kenmare Bobel side.
He's looking maybe for either a travel, not a foul though on his end.
That's the 5th one on Anna Peterson, so her night will come to an end here in the quarterfinal round. There's another one, McKenna Mao running into Manolovitz. We got bodies flying all over the place here in the fourth.
And Peterson just fouled out, and she's not going to show up a ton on the stat sheet, but I'm really impressed with her. She's just kind of all over, kind of the do-it-all person, and has played really good defense. Again, fouled out, but I'm just impressed with her aggressiveness on the court.
And 2 free throws here, and charges the call that time. Kylie Offorth setting the feet outside of the restricted arc.
She's fired up, and there's nothing better than getting in charge. I think it shows some toughness, and it may have hurt a little bit, but she got that call, and she's going to go to the bench and hope maybe get a drink of water here and kind of regain her, get her breath back.
Kylie Offorth with a big-time charge. It'll be Kenmare Bobel basketball here in the fourth quarter when we come back on WDAY. 56-37 lead for the Honkers.
Life isn't one size fits all, and college shouldn't be either. The University of North Dakota is consistently ranked the best value in the Midwest. That means whatever you decide to study, you know it'll be worth it. A better job, less debt, and ready for whatever comes next. Because there's one thing we all have in common. We need our own way.
Experience the best of local sports, news, and weather like never before. Download the WDAY Plus app, your new digital destination. Stream live, exclusive, and on-demand content from Bison games to high school sports. Stay informed with up-to-the-minute news and weather coverage on your phone and connected devices. Download the WDAY Plus app today. Available now on Apple TV, Fire TV, Roku, and much more. WDAY Plus, the only streaming service you need to stay connected to your community.
The North Dakota State B Girls Basketball Tournament on WDAY is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance. Fourth quarter underway, our first quarterfinal game of the day. Kenmare Bobel's the 2 seed against Grant County Mott Region, the 7 seed. Still 3 more games to follow inside of the Jamestown Civic Center, and this has been all Honkers today. But it's been a quiet second half. Maybe this will change it. McKenna Mao, bucket and the foul.
First half it was Miller hitting those outside shots, and this half Mao has really done a nice job of controlling the game and driving and connecting on some inside shots there, or getting fouled.
13 foul, 1 shot for Mao.
Mao, 13 points. Make it 14. Very good start to the state tournament for her.
Thomas for the Jaguars.
JC Thomas back in. Jada Otmar will check out for Grant County Mott Region. And the loser of this game not done here in Jamestown. They'll work their way through the consolation bracket. And we'll have all those games for you on WDAY Plus. Winner advancing to the semifinal round tomorrow. This is Thomas on the wing, now coming to the top of the key, guarded heavily by Offworth. Losing a handle on it was Alexia Shively as this one rolls out. Possession here for Kenmare Lobels.
And a great defensive possession there by the Honkers. Just there was nothing open. They were pushing them side to side, not letting them get around to attack the basket.
Full court press back on. Rhea Kress bringing it down the floor. Now off for Miller. Had some room, and she threw it away into the arms of the waiting Samantha Greff. Greff has been pacing the way here for Grant County Mott Region. 11 points. And another steal, and this time Offworth will get called. That'll be her fourth personal.
And she must have had her right hand on her body because that left hand was in the passing lane. I thought she did a nice job with that ball side hand there. Nonetheless, picking up her fourth.
Anna Peterson is already fouled out of this quarterfinal game for Kenmare Bowbells. Here's Grist. She's driving in, 1-on-4 bucket and one for Grist.
And we're seeing a little bit what she did the first half, able to attack there. And that time she went right at Offworth. You see Offworth there just kind of back off. She knows she has 4 fouls. So a smart play there by Grist.
Grist is a player that head coach Sarah Seidler told me she's really come out of her shell this season. She had 7 big points in the fourth quarter of the championship game back in regions to allow Grant County Mott Region to get to this point. She's had a solid start to the state tournament, 11 points here in the fourth quarter. Taya Offworth, dominant down low.
Nice job by Miller there off that screen, taking a couple extra dribbles, allowing Offworth to open up on that roll inside the lane.
A 21-point lead for the 2 seed Kenmare Bowbells, the Honkers, out of District 5, Region 3. Had to play in the qualifier game after losing to Lewis and Clark Berthold as this runner gets off of the backboard and in. Sam Greff up to 13.
Nice little move there, a little fake, a little shake and bake there by Greff going into the lane. Nice shot off the glass.
4.5 to play in our first game of the day on WDAY. Driving in, Bria Crest will go to the free throw line. Crest with 5 points in the game. Another senior here for Kenmare Bowbells.
Jaggers just not able to gain a whole lot of ground here. They started out that first quarter down 21-6 and played pretty even with them since then, but just not able to overcome that slow start. Or rather a quick start by the Kenmare Bowbells.
Free throw up and good by Crest. It's been a good showing here for Kenmare Bowbells. Telling the rest of the field what they can do here as this drive in is strong. Offworth fighting for the rebound. Jada Otmar coming with the loose ball. Now Grist. Her attack to the rim. Again, too hard off of the glass, and Lily Santizo tracks down the rebound. And Greff a little too aggressive, trying to strip it away.
Yeah, just trying to do whatever she can to get it. Maybe a little frustration, too. I'm looking up the scoreboard. It's 20 points, 4 minutes. I'm going to need some kind of miracle here to come back.
Time is not their friend right now. Santizo at the charity stripe. Rolls in the first. 50% free throw shooter this season. And
this foul puts the Honkers in the double bonus, and the next foul for the to the Jaguars will put them in a double bonus as well.
Under 4 to play here in the fourth. Wrist. Looks like her inside feed rolled off to the hip of Offforth. Now back into the hands of the Honkers. McKenna Mao working around the screens. Now back over for Crest. Offforth going back to work down to the post. Too strong on the left-handed finish.
That's a really nice move, though. Kind of give a little fake to her right side and try to finish left.
That baseline mid-range jumper falls in. Jada Otmar up to 9 points.
And this is where the Honkers just use that 30-second clock. That's not what you want. You don't want to turn it over there.
Miscue between Crest and Santizo.
At this point, there's only so many possessions left in the game, and if Kenmare Bowbells can just kind of drain that, use that 35-second clock to limit those possessions for the Jaguars.
Here's the three on the way, short from Otmar. We'll have a jump ball here. That'll lead us to another media timeout. 2:42 to go left in our first quarterfinal game of the day. Kenmare Bowbells on top of Grant County Mont Region by 20 on WDAY.
Parents can influence their child's behavioral health in a few simple ways. The first is really having ongoing conversation.
Role modeling positive behavior. Parenting starts at home, and those positive influences that a parent has rolls off on their children.
Sometimes just a simple question will get a child talking, and you might learn things about your child that you just didn't know about before. If you get to a difficult topic, that's where you can reach out to Parents Lead and look for some of that information that might help you navigate that difficult topic. And that's one of the benefits of Parents Lead.
Storm Tracker meteorologist Dylan Vogt.
Mache Miller is our Touchstone Energy Cooperatives of North Dakota player of the game. Miller time here in the quarterfinal round. 19 points, all in the first half. She's been quiet in the second half, but still a good enough first half to be our player of the game.
Yeah, she's been facing some intense defense. The person who's guarding her is not helped out at all. And allowing her teammates to kind of take over there.
Grant County Mott Region with a three here on the other end. Bria Crest down low, another foul, and another trip to the free throw line coming. Shea Miller, a senior guard, as we've mentioned, the Region 3 Senior Athlete of the Year. She will be fun to watch the rest of the way.
And Allison Grist just fouling out there. Yeah, she can hold her head high. She's had a great game, really aggressive. And just 5'5", but just going down in there with the trees.
One of the many juniors here on this squad for Grant County Mont Region. Crest knocks down the free throw. Finishes the quarterfinal game with 11 points. Now down low, another good basket. This is Alexia Shively coming out to the bench. Fans wanted a foul call after that, but it will lead to an open layup for Crest.
Yeah, they're looking for a push-up on Miller. Didn't get it, and that led an advantage on the other end in the layup.
Awkward layup there from Jada Otmar. Rebound for our player of the game, Machine Miller.
Yeah, just slowing it up here.
And we get another whistle here, this time Greff picking up the call. That'll be her fourth. There's been no shortage of whistles here in our first game.
No, close to over 20 fouls here this second half.
First one up and good for Michelle Miller. Now 20 points. That's her first basket of the second half. Rolls in the second one. Back to a 20-point lead for Kenmare Bowbells. Following this one, we'll have our 3-6 matchup, Central McLean against Langdon Area Munich here on WDAY, so be sure to stick around for that. We'll take a break in between sessions, and then we'll have our evening games from the Jamestown Civic Center. We'll see the top seed, Lewis and Clark Berthold. They'll be in action later tonight against Lytton HMB, and then our 4-5 matchup to wrap up the day between Benson County and Lemoore Litchfield Marion.
Yeah, nothing better than the quarterfinals of the state tournament. You have 8 teams that have hopes of winning a championship, and at the end of the day, it's only 4.
Here's Santizo, top of the key. Now over for Crest, who's looking to come alive here in this fourth quarter. She's had 4 trips to the free throw line this game as the entry pass tipped away, last touched by Grant County Mott Region. Under a minute to play here in our first game of the day. Kenmare now off fourth. Looking to go across for Lily Santizo, intercepted by Sam Greff. The lone senior here for Grant County Mott Region. She'll tee up a 3, just off of the mark. Off fourth, another rebound. Final 30 seconds as Crest is behind the defense and an easy layup.
Don't get much easier than that.
Shot clock turned off here. Greff guarded by Crest. Kick to the corner. 3 from Otmar, buried. And the game ends on a high note for Grant County Mott Region. But it is a convincing victory for Kenmare Bowbells. The Huckers are moving on to the semifinal round.
You can just see a weight kind of go, oh, okay, now we're in the semis, and we're able to get there last year. And, just a great group, and they've had a great season, and they've got one thing in mind, and they're part of the way there.
71-52, the final score. Kenmare Bowbells, a team that lost their first 2 games at state last season, now back in the semifinal conversation. They will await the winner of our next one between Central McLean and Langdon Area Munich. And here's one of the fastest growing traditions of the Girls B State Tournament, punching the magnet up on the whiteboard. We'll hear from our player of the game, Michelle Miller, in just a moment as well. But what a way to start off the day. Michelle Miller, the senior, our Touchstone Energy Cooperatives of North Dakota player of the game. Michelle, congratulations on the win. How does it feel to move to the semifinal round? I don't know if she can hear us just yet. We'll get that adjusted here in just a moment. Michelle Miller, again, our player of the game. Can't speak highly enough of how well she played in that first quarter.
Yeah, she was just on fire, just almost unconscious. Everything she was putting up was going in, and really helped her team build that lead that was just insurmountable in that second half.
Absolutely. Again, 19 points in the first half. Wraps up the game with 21 in total. We're working to get Michelle Miller on the line here. Our Touchstone Energy Cooperatives of North Dakota player of the game. Overall dominating performance by Kenmare Bowbells. Big game from Taya Offorth as well. She wraps up with 18 in the quarterfinal round. Bria Crest with a great game as well. Michelle, can you hear us now over there? Okay, awesome. I think we might need you to turn the mic on now. We'll get it worked out here. We still got 4 games to go throughout the day. We'll be a well-oiled machine coming the rest of the way. Michelle Miller joining us here on WDAY. Michelle, run me through the game. How does it feel to go to the semifinal round?
It feels pretty awesome. I'm so proud of my team. We've worked really hard this whole season. You know, we've been here the last 5 years together as a team, and each time, you know, we haven't made it to the semifinals. So I think it's just really, I'm just so proud of them. Like, we've worked so hard. It's finally our year, I think. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. Tell me about that first half for you. 19 points in the first half, and then your teammates took over in the second. That's got to be good to see.
Yeah, I'm really proud of them. We're really diverse, and I think that we just have a really good team this year, and I'm super proud of them.
How fun is it to dump it down low for Taya, and she can just go to work down in the blocks?
It's amazing because, you know, it's really hard to guard. Like, other teams, it's really hard to guard that because if you double, then you can always just dish it down. I think that works really well.
Michelle, congratulations. Go celebrate with your team. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Michelle Miller, our player of the game, 21 points in the opening quarterfinal game of the day, as Kenmare Bowbells will move their names to the semifinal round over on the whiteboard here at the Jamestown Civic Center. They are now 25 wins on the season.
And then finally being able to move that over to that semifinal. You talked about it being here 5 years in a row and losing the first round, and finally getting over that hump, and they really want to do some damage here. They've got some big goals.
Have to give credit to Grant County Mont Region as well. A strong second half from them. Just coming up short, 71-52, the final score. So game one of the day from the Jamestown Civic Center is in the books. Still 3 more coming up today. Coming up in a matter of about 20 minutes or so, we'll have Central McLean and Langdon area Munich in the 3-6 matchup. We'll take a break as we get ready for the evening session. And then we'll see the top seed, Lewis and Clark Berthold, up against Linton HMB, the 8th seed. And we wrap up the night with Lamar, Litchfield, Marion, and Benson County in the 4-5 matchup. One game down, Kenmare Bowbells moving on. Our second game of the day, just 20 minutes away here on WDAY between Central McLean and Langdon area Munich. We'll see you back here in the Jamestown Civic Center.
Get an 11% rebate on your kitchen upgrade now at Menards. It's easy to create your dream kitchen with Clearview Cabinetry, offering a selection of finishes made with the finest materials and built to withstand life's sticky messes. Clearview Cabinetry offers features like soft closed doors and drawers and cabinet accessories to match your unique style. Get these Traffic Hickory kitchen cabinets for $3819.99 after 11% rebate now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Imagine being on a vacation for a very long time. Now imagine saving money nightly while you do it. Sounds pretty great, right? With Vrbo's long stay discounts, you can stay longer and save more. Our customers save an average of 10% when they book select properties for a week or longer, just in case you needed another reason to extend that vacation. Book the perfect summer getaway today with Vrbo Private Vacation Rentals. Your future self will thank you later.
Jagger, he's got him out of school. I don't know where he's at now. He was in the front row, but yeah, the youngest one really likes shooting. Yeah, it is. It is.
I hope I get some grandkids so I can make you again. I got kids who get late starts.
Hello, I saw you got another one right now.
Yeah, you see how he did it, old Rico Suave? To get in a helicopter, fly up to a mountain, and he proposed. He got a little more game than his dad had.
Where's all your notes? If he starts talking about the 90s, just cut him off.
I know. I mean, it's half the game at this point.
Yeah, because, his memory's foggy to begin with. That a long time ago.
I should have had you on the line many more times than I did.
I touched every line. For what? You did not. When you ran, should have had him on the line, man. That taught him a little discipline. You taught a lot of people discipline. I'll give you that. Go on, I'm like,
Because he had no hands on, we'll just get right into it. Boy, they were like working on the perimeter work and stuff, just closing out. Rock is such a ridiculously good offensive player. That's my next question.
You guys do a good job. I listened to you quite a bit. I really got a little bit of husky after you. I don't know if you got that deal where you're supposed to text shout out or whatever. Not that I need to have my name on here, but I was going to just let you know, and I never know how to do it. You guys do. I appreciate it. Yeah, you guys do a good job. Yeah, you guys do a good job. Thank you. Sports TV. They do a great job. You got a nice release, Jake.
Yeah, I think, honestly, Valley City and Washington are pretty similar offensively. They just have a couple extra shooters.
They like to go double low post sometimes. Thank you. It's fun. Yeah. You like it?